about the product that you're selling? How to is the single biggest struggle? What is your this is what you need to post online. Or when you go to your profile, any other thing that you're posting, maybe into group or whatever, you go there and post. What is your single biggest struggle about making money online? What is your single biggest struggle about affiliate marketing? What is your single biggest struggle about losing weight? What is your single biggest struggle about insurance company? You ask their struggle depending on the product that you're selling. Now I believe that most of you here watching this video at the moment are selling a product of how to make money online. So you can do a survey and ask for what is your single biggest struggle about how to make money online. As simple as that. You can post this on your profile. Most of you have Twitter accounts. Most of you have Facebook accounts. Most of you have different accounts. You can just this simple step. What is your simple biggest struggle about this? And if you want to go further, you can do pool. Maybe if you ask what is your single biggest struggle, you can do A, generating of leads, B, conversion of leads, depending on what you're doing, C, sales closing, D, how to handle sales objection. So people will just click on the one they want and tell you their struggles. But if you don't want to do it, you can just say what is your single biggest struggle about this stuff, and people will go ahead and comment on your post and tell you their single biggest struggle. So this is something that I usually do when I start affiliate marketing. I will go to groups, I will go to my profile, I go to whatever I'm doing, I ask something like I myself, I was seeing a product of how to make money, and then I would ask this simple question: what is your single biggest struggle about how to make money online? And people will go to the comment section and give me a lot of answers. Sometimes I will do pool and I will give I will give the options there for them to choose, and most of them will go there and choose the options that they want to choose. So when I do this survey, what is your single biggest struggle about this blah blah blah, and the people go to the comments and tell me their single biggest struggle. Are you getting the point now? So what I do is that when they tell me their single biggest struggle, I write it out on a sheet of paper. Are you getting the point now? I write it out, or you sometimes have hundreds of comments. I just write out all the struggle on a sheet of paper. Now you write out the unique ones and write on a sheet of paper. Now if you don't have large followers, if you are not in any group and you can't do survey and your post doesn't get a lot of attention, you can do two. Ask your friends. Like the two is the one that I usually use the most at this moment. If you are watching this video now, after explaining number two, you realize that I even use number two on you that is watching this video. Most of you that is watching this video now, you know that I use number two on you. And this one is the one that best works perfectly well for me and work perfectly fast for me. So a lot of you know that I'm an affiliate marketer consultant. Are you getting it? So what I do when I chat with any affiliate marketer, I ask them, what is your single biggest struggle about affiliate marketing? And I put a message. I might say, I will tell them something like, can you tell me your single biggest struggle about affiliate marketing? I might be able to share with you some of the tips that have helped for me in the past. And I send up to 100 messages per day. You can choose how many messages you do. I send up to 100 messages per day and ask my friends, other affiliate marketers, tell me your single biggest struggle as an affiliate marketer. I might be able to share with you some of the tips that have helped me in the past. And my friends will go ahead and tell me their single biggest struggle as an affiliate marketer, and I will go ahead and write those struggles down. Are you getting the point? So if you can't do survey, you can do the two. And please follow this step by step guide. If you can follow this 5 days challenge from day 1 to day 5, even though you will not make 1 million naira, I promise you that you make your first sale, even though you haven't made any sale before, from the things that I'm going to share with you on this live challenge. So you ask your friends, what is your single biggest struggle about this? And your friends will go ahead and tell you the single biggest struggle about the product you're selling. Remember, if you're selling a product of how to make money online, don't go and start asking person that wants to lose weight, what is your single biggest struggle of how to make money online? No, make sure that the question you are asking them resonates with their pain point. Are you getting the point now? Because I'm using how to make money online because that is the product that I was selling. So that is what I usually do the most. So if you are selling a product of how to lose weight, you ask people, what is the single biggest struggle on how to. So if you can't do one, you can't do two, you do three. You solve your own problem. This is another one that I use the most. This is another one. In fact, this one works perfectly well more than the second one. Are you getting the point now? Like I told you before that I'm an affiliate marketer consultant. I have struggled a lot as an affiliate marketer. for 2 years, 3 years. So I know some of these problems that I have struggled with. I know that I have struggled with lead generation. I know that I have struggled with selling something to someone. I know that I have struggled with handling sales objection. I know that I have struggled with people calling my product a scam. So I know the problems that I have struggled with. All I need to do is write out my struggles and aftermarket because I know the struggles that I struggle with. So if you are selling a product, if you can't do one, if you can't do two, you use your own problem. You know the problem that you have faced. It's time to solve that your problem. You can just write out that your problems and also use it. Now, if you're selling a product of how to make money online, you know how difficult it is for you before you even started this journey. So you can write out your problems. The problem that you have today is what other people are having. Most of you said that before you started aftermarket, you thought aftermarket is a scam. Most of you said it before you started aftermarket, you don't have good time management. These are some of your ChatGPT because ChatGPT is robot. I am not talking to robots. So without any further delay, let's look at one. Ask people above you how they solve their own problem. Wait, let me take a pocket of let me drink one cup of water, please. I'm back. It's not easy to teach you. So first one is you ask people above you how they solve the problem. Now that you have corrected these struggles on what you are struggling with, the first number one way to find a solution to it, ask people above you, hey John, when you are in this level, what did you actually do to overcome this struggle? I'm not going to dwell much on this because it's very easy. When you're struggling to lose weight, what do you actually do to start losing weight? When you're struggling to make money online, what do you actually do to start making money online? When you're struggling to with time management, what do you actually do to start to manage your time well? Are you getting the point? So you can ask people above you in your industry, ask them, what did you actually do at this point in time to overcome this particular struggle? But the problem with this first one is that a lot of people are more interested in the money. We ask them what their struggles. They want you to pay for the mentorship before they sell anything to you. But most of them, the kind ones, will just share what they did that work for them, and you can also use it. So when they share with you what they did, you write out all those solutions that they did. Are you getting the point? Write out those solutions that they use to solve that particular problem. So if you can't use number one, you use number two. Still on YouTube. Remember, don't copy. Nothing is original. Now, if you are read Ecclesiastes by Solomon, he said nothing is real under the sun. Nothing is new under the sun. Like anything you do today, you are not probably the first person that you are doing it. Any struggle you are facing today, you are not probably the first person that is struggling that thing today. So any problem that you are facing or any struggle that you are looking for, there must be someone that have struggled that same thing and have given a solution on how they overcome it. So don't feel sorry for yourself that you don't know this and you are stealing from YouTube. Yeah, you can steal from YouTube. Remember, I said don't copy. There is a quote that says that good artists copy, great artists steal. Yes, most of the content creators you see on the internet today are not actually making their own content. They just steal. they steal other people's content and they try to make it to be unique in their own personal way. It's not actually their content. So you can steal content on YouTube and make it unique in your own personal way. Don't just copy what you watch on YouTube, just steal it and make it unique and repaint it to your own personal way. So how do you actually steal on YouTube? If someone said that they are struggling with time management, you can go on YouTube and browse how to manage time. If someone says that they are struggling with how to lose weight, you can go on YouTube and browse how to lose weight. If someone says they are struggling to make money online, you can go on YouTube and browse how to make money online. If someone says, depending on the product that you are selling, and when they tell you their struggles, you can go ahead and put those struggles on YouTube and browse them one after the other. Browse it on YouTube, and YouTube people, you see people that have overcome that struggle and they will show you their solution on it. Are you getting the point now? So that is another way to find a solution. Number one, you ask people above you. After they have told you the stuff that they did, please write out the solutions. Number two, this thing is not something that you can do in a day. It's a gradual process. Number two, you see it on YouTube. When you write on YouTube, you write out the answers. Number three, think of how you overcome your own problem. This is what number three is what I usually use the most. You can choose anyone that best works for you. Like I said before, I'm an affiliate marketer and I've struggled a lot as an affiliate marketer. So when people tell me their struggles, I don't go and ask people above me. I don't steal on YouTube. I think of how I overcome that particular problem and just share it with them. Now when people tell me that they're struggling with handling self-subjection, I don't go and start browsing on YouTube. I develop a framework I use to handle my self-subjection, which is called the AA framework. Most of you might have watched that video. First, you acknowledge what they have just said. Second, you associate with something. And third, you ask them questions concerning that stuff. Most of you might have studied on how to sell stuff to people. And I tell them how I use browser framework to sell my stuff to anyone. Most affiliate marketers connect to this, and I share with them how I got my first time customers in the first week of affiliate marketing. So what I did is when I pick a problem, I think of how I overcome that problem in the past. I don't actually use the tool. So if you're just starting, maybe you haven't had enough experience, you can use the tool. How to ask people above you and steal from YouTube. Are you getting the point now? Because if you are good with three, good, you can use number three and tell them how to overcome your personal struggle. Another one is on 4. Use ChatGPT, but I don't recommend using ChatGPT because ChatGPT is robot and you're talking to robots. But most people use ChatGPT, and these days people are more people are very, very observant now. When you use ChatGPT, they will know that you use ChatGPT. You get the point now. So I don't recommend you using ChatGPT, but if you use it, fine. When you use ChatGPT and ChatGPT tells you the answer, you can tweak it in your own way and make it unique in your own way. Are you getting the point now? So these are the 4 things you can use to find a solution to your problem. As you see the music is disturbing, let me lower it, please. Ask people above you, still on YouTube, think on how you overcome your problem and use ChatGPT. So now you have picked a problem. I shared with you how to pick a problem. Now you have how to find a solution to that problem. The next one is how do you actually deliver it to people? How do you actually deliver this problem to people? Number one, you can create video on YouTube, TikTok, on Facebook. Number two, you can do written content on LinkedIn, Twitter groups, and three, you can do blog posts. But I myself, I will tell you what works for me. Are you getting the point? I do YouTube videos, on LinkedIn content, Twitter written content, and also post on groups. Are you getting the point? I don't use TikTok, I don't use Facebook, I don't use Snapchat, I don't use Instagram. Now I have these platforms in my phone before. I have YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all this stuff. But the reason I stopped using them was that these apps are doing me more harm than good. Like I will spend about I'm gonna spend about 3 hours a day watching videos on TikTok without actually doing anything. I spend about 2 hours a day watching videos on YouTube without actually doing anything, and that is about 5 hours a day watching videos. If I put 5 hours a day on my work, I will see a great return in 6 months. So I discovered that these contents are doing me more harm than good. I decided to delete them all from my phone, and now I'm using YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter only, because when I go to YouTube, any video I watch there is educational content. Anything I consume on LinkedIn is educational content. Anything I consume on Twitter is educational content. So last time I did a survey, I found out that most affiliate marketers don't do video content creation. They say that getting content is difficult, but please, I will always be sincere with you. Learn how to do it. Learn how to do video content creation. Like I myself here now, you don't even know who I am. I'm someone that I can't even relate with people in public. It took me 2 years to start video content creation, and when I started to start video content creation, it took me 1 week to make my first 1 minute video. So it was really a hard stuff. Are you getting the point now? So you have to get on it and start doing it. So now that you have found a solution to what people tell you, you can, if you are good at video content, you can fine. You do video about it and post it on YouTube. You do video about it and post it on TikTok. You do video about it and post it on Facebook. You can post on Instagram. You can post on Snapchat. Are you getting the point now? So you can do videos about it and post about your solutions about it. Now, if people say that they are starting to make money online, you can do video about it. If you are starting to make money online, watch this video. Now, for those that are not good at making content, you can do faceless content. You can do something like if you are starting to manage your time, you put it on the content as you do it, and you say something like read the caption below, and you go ahead and put your answers on the caption. Are you getting the point now? So you do faceless content, but I'll be sincere with you, one of the ones that builds trust very fast is doing view face to face, like you do your own face content. That one build trust very fast. So that is how you also build it. But if you are not good at making videos, you can do written content. You can do written content on LinkedIn, Twitter, and groups. Like I normally recommend LinkedIn and Twitter because these are the platforms that are made for written content. Like written content don't usually, unless you have a bigger audience, but written content don't usually perform well on Facebook and TikTok, but videos perform well on TikTok and Facebook. I recommend TikTok and Facebook. If you are doing written content, I recommend LinkedIn and Twitter, or you do blog posts. But I myself, I don't even do blog posts. So which one am I using at the moment? I'm using YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Are you getting the point now? So these are how you deliver it. So you can do video about your solution that I've just found out, and you can do written content about it and give it to people. So these are the 3 steps you have to follow to make educational content. If you can follow these 3 steps, you will be able to generate leads that have money to buy your products. Number 1, pick a problem. Number 2, find a solution to it. And number 3, deliver it to people. There's nothing wrong with it. There's absolutely nothing hard with that stuff. Are you getting the point? So the last one, but the one that we have discussed is tell them what you do to do next. After someone must have consumed your content, you don't just end it. You just have to give them a clear call to action. A clear call to action. Are you getting the points now? So number 1 is give them one call to action at a time. A lot of us do this mistake. When we are giving people call to action, we are like, comment, share, subscribe, repost, click the link video. No, the started audience don't ask. We want someone to take action. Give them one call to action at a time. If you want them to share, ask them to share. Ask them to share and nothing else. If you want them to repost, ask them to repost and nothing else. If you want them to comment, ask them to comment and nothing else. If you want them to click the link below, ask them to click the link below without nothing else. We ask them to do a lot of things. They are distracted and they won't do any one. Are you getting the point now? So the next one is direct them to a lead magnet. Now, most of us, when we do something, we always direct our prospect to our main product, which is very, very wrong. Now, this is another the first I'm giving for those that just started after market. If you are giving a call to action, don't just direct people to your main product, direct them to a lead magnet because they don't know that you exist, they don't know you before. So use your lead magnet to build a rapport with them. Don't worry if you don't know what is a lead magnet. Tomorrow I'll be explaining perfectly well on what is lead magnet. So when you give a call to action, direct people to lead magnet. Lead magnet will help you to close more sales. Lead magnet will help you to build trust with them. Are you getting the point now? Now that you have directed them to lead magnet, like I said before, don't worry, tomorrow I'll be explaining what is lead magnet. Number 3 is that you add urgency and scarcity to your lead magnet. You can say urgency, it's ending by tomorrow. Scarcity, you have 3 slots left. So another thing is tell them the reason to do it. When you ask people to do something, tell them the reason that they have to do it. Give the link below to learn how to create a lead magnet. Give the link below to learn how to handle sales objection. Give the link below to learn how to sell anything to anyone. Are you getting the picture? So these are the steps you can follow to create educational content that will be able to generate leads that have money to buy your product. So I hope I'm able to deliver on my promises. So does all these things make sense to you? Type in the chat below. If you learn anything from today's class, I want you to type in the chat below. If you learn anything from today's class, please type in the chat below. Type in the chat below. All right. So we have come to the end of this class. So what's the summary of this class? Today we discussed about how to create educational content that will be able to generate leads that have money to buy a product. How do you create educational content? Number one, pick a problem. Number two, find a solution. Number three, find how to deliver it. And number four, tell them what to do next. Like if you can't really say anything, you have to follow them accordingly and deliver on it. And most of you be like, if it is this simple, so why are we not successful? Yeah, that is my goal, to give you something that is very simple that you can do and yet still get the highest result. Like if you can follow this step, you'll be able to create educational content, like be able to generate this on what you're selling and make more sense. To be able to generate leads that have more than what you sell and make more sense. Posting content will generate leads but broke leads. Posting motivational videos will generate leads but broke leads. Posting financial advice will generate leads but broke leads. So these are the 4 steps you can follow to create educational content that you're able to generate leads in what you're selling. Like I said before that there's only 3 things you need to succeed in affiliate marketing: generate leads that have money to buy your product, generate leads that have repair in what you're selling, and generate leads that are ready to buy immediately. So today we have talked about how to generate leads that have money to buy your product. In able to generate leads that have money to buy your product, you need to create educational content. How do you create educational content? Number one, pick a problem. Number two, find a solution to it. Number three, find how to deliver it. Number four, tell them what to do next. So tomorrow we'll be discussing how to generate leads that have repair in what you're selling. Enable for you to generate leads that have repair in what you're saying, you need to create a lead magnet. So I hope you learned a lot from today's class. Comment in the section in the comment section. So type in your answer. I will be going through it. If I don't reply it now, I reply it later in the day. And if you have any more questions that you want to ask, please don't fail to ask me on my WhatsApp or in the comment section. So we have come to the end of today's class. And today we discussed about how to generate leads, have money to buy your product, which is the first important thing you need to have. And tomorrow we'll be discussing how to generate leads that have pain in what you're selling. So I hope you learned a lot from today's class. Alright guys, see you tomorrow, and don't forget to implement. Knowing the stuff is not enough, you have to implement on what you have just learned. Alright guys, see you on tomorrow's class. Welcome everyone, welcome. Please, if there is a noise in the background, please, I just want to bear with you and avoid it. There's